Everyone, it's Floristar, and welcome back to Bee University. This is episode 6. Woot! Okay, so after thinking about it, I kind of do want to use a hopper. Well, maybe, I don't know. Because right now, as it is, I actually played around with the gates a little bit. I tried doing something different, but for some reason, and I hope this can be fixed one day, there is a... When you say space for inventory on a golden ant gate, okay, and you specify, wax capsules, it doesn't look just here. It looks everywhere. So, there's space there, the space there. Of course it can go in, but when it actually goes in, the only spot it will go in is right here. So things will, pop out if you get too much wax or stuff. But, for right now, I guess that's fine. If things start popping out later and it bothers me a lot, I'll fix it. But, meh. So I was thinking about using the hopper, but I guess I don't have to right now. So this is all going, yeah. So let's get to the analyzing system. Oh, and if you're wondering what that is, I just put that there, sorry, to speed it up while I was going through all the combs I already had. So yeah, it's getting destroyed now. Okay, bye. Alright, so this chest, instead of being, a chest, it will be the pipes to our analyzing system. So, what I think I'm going to do for right now, we're going to stop these systems by taking out the queens. Okay? And so that we don't get, any more than we absolutely need. And I'm just going to clean up a little bit. Yeah, okay. So, what we're going to do is I think I want to move this pipe one over. So maybe be right here instead. And then it's going to come down and over. And yeah, that's why I turned it off, because I didn't want, random things going in there. So I don't think actually I need a wrench. I just need to not use... just not use a pipe to click on it. So black going down will be items, and then going this way, which is red, will be any bees. Okay, and Sengir actually told me he will be adding a trigger for analyzed versus not analyzed on the apiarist pipe, so yay, so excited. Alright, so we're going to need our analyzers. And I think I'm going to use 3. Yeah, 3. And this should be good for, going on in the future too. And, just for heck, I'm just going to chop this down a little more. Okay. So, we're going to put these, I think, right here. Right? Yes, looks good. So we're going to have this pipe go from over there. It's going to come this way. And then we're going to go this way. And then we're going to use advanced insertion pipes. Yay, advanced insertion pipes. So it'll try to go in that one. If it doesn't fit, it'll go in that one. If it doesn't fit, it'll go in that one. And then if it doesn't fit in there, what we can do is we can just do a loop back. So what I'm going to do is this one, instead of being stone like it is right now, I'm going to grab one of my iron pipes and go like this, and make sure that the clear side is on this side. Okay? So after the advanced insertion, we're going to do stone, and then we're going to do a gold pipe. Now, gold pipes are cool because not only do they speed things up, but they're also a way that you can connect stone to cobblestone. And the interesting about cobblestone is cobblestone pipes also, not only do they not connect to stone, but they also do not connect to advanced insertion pipes. Convenient. So, like that, and basically they'll try to go in here. If they don't, they'll loop around, try to go in again, loop around, try to go in again. So, pretty good. Pretty good. So, what we're going to do is we're going to need a way to get these filled with honey. Okay? So we're going to have our ender chest that we labeled over there yellow, yellow, yellow for honey pot. So yellow, yellow, yellow. And I think we're going to put it right here. And do yellow, 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 yellow. And if we open, honey capsules. So we're going to have a wooden pipe right there. And alright, and for this we're going to use a new pipe that we haven't used in Bee University before. It's called the distribution pipe. This is the recipe. Iron, redstone, pretty easy. And basically what this will do is distribute evenly. So what we're going to want to do is we're going to put down our distribution pipe. Again, texture's messed up, but it's okay. And we're going to make this side stone. We're going to make the middle one cobblestone, and we're going to make this one stone again. Cool. Actually, I changed my mind. Sorry, I changed my mind a lot. So we're not using the distribution pipe. Basically, I change my mind a lot because I worry about overflow, because there's a lot of situations where overflow can happen with Buildcraft, which is why I have things like this. So when bees come in, they're going to go into this one first. We want to make sure that this one has, you know, honey at all times, because this one's probably going to be the one that's always working. So instead of going out the front, I'm going to go out the side, and then do stone up this way, and then do advanced insertions here. So basically what will happen is they'll come out. This will be the first inventory it goes to, so it'll try to put it in. And yeah, and then we will do the circle around thing again. So we'll do stone, gold, and cobble. And then this one will be iron, cobble, iron, and make it so that this is the forward way. Yeah, that should work. So now all we need is an archic gate right there, and say if there's items in inventory to pulse. Let's watch it happen. Hopefully this will work the way I want it to. See, went in, honey. Cool. Alright, so now we just have to put the bees in. Yeah. So we can take all the bees out of the chest and start throwing them in the analyzer. So we'll fill up this one first. Oh, but we didn't tell them anything to do when they're finished. Aha! So we're not ready for this yet. So let's put these back. See, the things you think of. The things you think of when you think you're done. Okay, so we have honey going in. We have bees going in. But we need these things to come out. Very important. Very, very important. So, what we're going to do... Ponder. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to do ender chests again. So let's get an ender chest. And we'll just leave this one white, white, white. Yeah, sure. White, white, white. So let's get some wooden pipes and do these. And then I guess we'll do that. Ponder what I want to do. How much room is there? With how slow Arctic gates are and stuff, this shouldn't get filled up. But I want to be careful, so I guess we'll do... that doesn't look good, does it? But I guess it works-ish. No. If, you know, we lose some drones because of this process, more will get made, right? Right. Alright, so, And then we're gonna put an iron and put this like this. And as you can see, our first drones have gotten done already. And I mean, it only outputs 4 at a time. Alright, is any of this getting honey other than the first one? Not yet. But we're out of honey, so eh. So yeah. So wait. So what we're gonna do is we're going to speed things up by flying. And I really didn't think when I, did this far away, but whatever. Okay, so this is our pure cultivated, pure common. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we're going to break this and not be in creative. Awesome. Apier's chest, and that was on camera. Woot. I love it when things like that are on camera. And all those bees are gone. Not that there was many in there, but whatever. Pure common. Okay. So, now that we're not in creative, what we're going to do is we're going to get 2 Apiarus pipes. Okay. So this one is going to be red. Will be purebred bees. And cultivate. Now, I love the Apiarus pipe, but honestly, I really wish it could be like purebred and princess, have multiple things. That'd be really cool. Just saying. Alright, and then this one will be purebred common, and white will be any other purebreds, because we know they're all going to be purebreds. So I just want to be more specific. And then we will have a pipe, and we will have, I think what we're going to do, so they're going to, yeah, that's fine. Yeah. What we're going to do is get a wooden pipe, put down an ender chest. Sorry, my thoughts were a little confuzzled for a second. And put down a wooden pipe. And an archic gate. And say if there's items in inventory to energy pulse. Cool. And that should work. So let's fly over to our systems. Put some gates on this. So, items in inventory, pulse. Oops. Items in inventory, pulse. And then this one should be the one that actually starts. Pulse. Make sure that that takes out of the right sides. Took it out of there. Yep. And then it got taken out. And we should see it go right up into this chest. Cool. Pretty awesome. Alright, right back. Alright, so I just put the rest of my bees over here in this chest. And, oh, that's the wrong chest. But you know what? It works for this purpose. They're not going to actually go in there. But hey, you know what? It feeds into the same place. See? Watch. See? It just went in. So we're just going to let this empty real quick, and I'll be right back. Alright, and what I decided to do about this thing over here, because I came over and there was a whole bunch of stuff in there, we're just gonna do a advanced insertion pipe and put a chest on. Well, we're gonna have a chest right here. Yeah. So, yeah, because I noticed this was full and there was all over the ground, but that's because our bees aren't working right now. So I just wanted to make sure that all these got analyzed. Alright, looks almost done, and there's no honey in there, but that'll be fixed soon enough, hopefully. And put the bees back. Wrong one. Common. That's common, right? Yeah, common. Cultivated. Cultivated. Oh yeah! So this should be all awesome now. Alright, bear back. Alright, so before we end this episode, we're going to talk about where we're going to go next in terms of bee breeding. So, let me get out of creative. I was flying around thinking. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to add to our little board, and next time we will start moving down one of those paths. So, from common and cultivated, there are 3 different ways you can go. So, we're going to just put it right here. And the first place we can go is down the noble branch, which there's only really one combination to get it, and it's a 10% chance. Okay? Okay. So, the one way to get it, let's see, how do I want to do this? Yeah. This sign's actually going to go right here. You'll see why later. So, common with cultivated. Cool. Other than noble, you can also get a diligent. 10% chance. And that also is common and cultivated. Alright? Cool. So with that, we're going, and then the third option is sinister. And that amazingly is a 60% chance. So, holy carp, really high chance. But only in nether. I guess we'll just do that without the only in nether. Capitals. Only in nether. There, that looks fine. Okay. Now, what you need to be careful of with the sinister things is not every bee likes the nether. Now, nether is supposed to be hellish, but it's not due to, well, coding issues right now. If we take an apiary and we go to our hell biome, which does work as a nether in terms of mutations and stuff. So if we put one down, you can see it's hot and arid. Okay. So if you want to use, if you want to do, one of the nether mutations, you need to make sure you have a bee that likes it hot and arid as your princess. All right. Remember, queen always equals princess. So even though there's actually 2 combinations. One of the combinations is cultivated and modest. So even though the combination cultivated modest, if you put a cultivated princess in that does not like the nether, nothing will happen. Keep that in mind, okay? Nothing will happen. So, and the other combination is cultivated and jungle. Now this will only work if you can somehow get a jungle bee that is nocturnal, which they are not from the hive, and if you can get a jungle bee that is both 2 or down 2 in humidity, which they are also not from the hive. So it'd be a little bit, not even jungle, cultivated and tropical. It's a jungle bee, but they're called tropical. So, yeah, you need to do a little more work if you want to do this combination, but it is possible. And it is also 60%. But cultivated and modest is definitely the way to go. Modest bees are nocturnal from the hive, and they also like the nether. So, Win-win. Just bring some cactus with you. And make sure that Modest is the princess. So, next episode, we'll be getting into some of that. And I will see you guys then. Bye!